Hey, what's up guys? It's Sean from the TTM Hotline here, coming at you with my third video. And today I was inspired by a couple guys over on Instagram to do tips and tricks for how to get autographs through the mail. And I'm doing this because so many people ask, and some videos don't provide the simplest ways or the most comprehensible ways. And so today I'm going to try to do that. So if you want to see more tips and tricks on this channel, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And let's get ready. So first what we're going to do is, I was over on Instagram and I was in my DMs, I saw a bunch of these questions, so we're going to hit it off straight away. Is, what should you be sending to these players? And as you can see just up here, I send index cards, blown up player cards, regular football cards, and just other types of little flats. Considering I don't have a ton of spare cash lying around, I don't send bigger items because they cost more money to send, and especially if it's to a person that's not necessarily as responsive. You don't want to send anything too big or too valuable. And I just want to say, I've been really sick in the ER the last 2 nights, so sorry for all the coughing. God. But as you can see, I send mostly flats, but occasionally I will send a bigger item. And at the end of this video, I will be giving you a little hack for almost a guaranteed signed baseball. So make sure you stay tuned to the very end for that. And and one of the biggest things I would say about TTMing, don't send one of your most valuable or your favorite or, you know, one of your most prized possessions, because if they're celebrities, they don't have time, it might get lost. So if you really want to keep it, don't send it. Try and get it signed in person if you really want it signed. Yeah, that's question number 1. Question number 2 is coming from Tampa Grapher 11 on Instagram. Is Star Tiger a good website? From my experience, yes, it is. Star Tiger is a fantastic website. And although it is paid, that's the one, not problem, but for some people that might not be what they want to do. So Star Tiger, you do have to pay. Other sites, as a question on Instagram was, what are your favorite sites? Yeah, so I would go Star Tiger if you want to pay. Sportscards.net, which is another good one. You can find almost everybody. And then my favorite personal site, which is free, is sportscardforum.com. It has a TTM manager. You can track your what's it called? You can track your successes, and I will show you in about like 10 seconds what it looks like. Alright, so this is Sports Card Forum, and as you can see, you can choose from a variety of different sports, or almost every single sport. You can go to player lists, you can find their player by name, and you can see there's basketball players from A all the way down. You can go back up to Z, and whatever letter you want. You can do this for all sports. You can do this for non-sports celebrities. Let's go into football real quick. There you see the players with the last names would start with A. And then this is where I find most interesting. You can go to recent successes and see what other people have been getting, what they send, what the address was. I mean, how long it took, and the player name. And the way to do this is really easy. And when you post something, you can go to your TTM manager report and then update it. So you see those are the ones that I have to update, those are the ones that I've received. And then you can see what you have still out waiting and what you came back. And then you can go over to find the player, which I'll be showing you right now, is Lenny Wilkens. I've prepared everything already, and so later in the video I'll show you what the finished product looked like and how I did it. But here you can see his address, his success rate, and what people have been getting back from him. So yeah, overall, I really rate this website. I would definitely use it, and it's free, so you might as well use it. Alright guys, so after checking out Sports Card Forums, the next question that I was asked was, when you're in a TTM slump, or you haven't gotten a return in a long time, you want to see something turn up in your mailbox, but you want them to be mid-end or high-end, more mid-end successes, who would you go for? And I'm going to give 4 baseball players right here, one of which is right here, Ron Gant, Braves second baseman, who is automatic when it comes to signing his fan mail. Really appreciate it. He's a pretty good ball player, actually, and he always signs his mail, so if you're in a slump, first guy to send to is him. Next is Giants third baseman Matt Williams. He and Will Clark both, who is also featured in this little segment, are very good signers, and they will not hesitate to sign your items. Don't double dip, because I'm not a big fan of that unless you're paying them, but Matt Williams will always get you out of a slump, as will Will Clark. Signs in blue, so he knows a little something about autograph collecting. I've gotten him a couple times over the years. And then lastly, we have less known player, but still pretty good and a good signer, Danny Tartabull. He will get you out of the slump. And yes, you guessed it, these can be found, the addresses can be found on sportscardforum.com. So go check that out. Alright, so the next question is from Bobby's Autographs. What's your favorite TTM? And I may have mentioned it in the last video, so I'll leave a link in the description below. But definitely this Jerry Rice. Oh, Jesus. Because I did not think I was going to get it back, and it turned out ridiculously well. So yeah, that would be my favorite TTM. And let me know in the comments what your favorite TTM is. I'd be very interested to know. Close second is Barry Sanders, even though it's smudged just because of who he is. But yeah, you can check out this video with these players in the description below. Alright, so next question. Most famous baseball players to sign TTM from... Can't read that name. Okay. I apologize if that was your question. I think it's JM Staff who said that. Most famous? It's really dependent on if you want to pay. Nolan Ryan signs. Roger Clemens signs for a good hefty amount. Al Kaline signs. He's a consistent signer, but you gotta jump on that train quickly. He signs consistently for $20. Wade Boggs signs for 5 to 10. Mike Messina for 10. A bunch of the newer Hall of Famers sign. Pat Gillick signs for free, so make sure you go get an autograph from him, Hall of Famer. Yeah, the big names cost a lot more money, though. But most Hall of Famers do sign, but for the big ones, it's like $50, $100, $40. All right. The last question is, how do you send your TTMs? Okay, so this is another frequently asked question, and I'll show you right here. Because as I said previously, I am trying to currently send to Lenny Wilkens, Hall of Fame basketball player, who's also a good guy to send to, but it might take a wait. So this is how I do my TTM. So what I used to do was get a piece of loose leaf and write my letter there, my letter of request. And I'm going to go into what the letter of request should look like. But now I've been taking notebook paper and cutting it out. Not as neat, but it gets the job done. So I always put the name, why I'm collecting, and then a little bit about him, talk about his career. And then in the final paragraph, I make sure it's either the shortest or second shortest is my request. Yeah. You always say it as nicely as possible. Make sure you say thanks and sign your name. Just a simple thing like this. You don't want to make it too long. You don't want to make it you don't want to make it too short either, and you want to make it sincere. Make sure it's sincere. You're not just doing it to get it done. So I fold it up, put it off to the side. Then I get my item. As you know, I've been on that photo card thing. It's a little bent, so I'm going to put some cardboard. That's another tip. Put some cardboard if you want to keep them safe. There's Lenny Wilkens right there. There's the item I would like him to sign. So now I got to do this strategically. So just going to take Matt Williams, put card there. Danny Tartable, put it here. And there you, as you can see, I'm covering up my address, but yep, there's my self-addressed stamped envelope right over here with the stamp. Put that in there, and then you have Mr. Lenny Wilkins right over here. I mean, if you want, you can put do not bend, so they don't bend your item, the Postal Service. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. There's Lenny Wilkins, and so now we just, let me set this down real quick. We just stick the letter and the envelope together. Sorry about that. So then we have it all. Boom, right over here. Everything's in. Close it up. Seal it, obviously. Put it in the mail. Yes, that is how I do my TTMs. And, oh, before we go, if you stick around the entire video, now I will be revealing to you the easiest TTM you could get. A huge shout out to Inside Pitch TTMs. Go check them out. Oh, sorry, my fault. I have 3 autographs that I received yesterday in the mail. So I'll just show those real quick before we get on to the hack. We have insane slam dunk champion Aaron Gordon. I mean, not champion, dunker. No, did he win the slam dunk contest? I can't remember. But he signed it. Focus. It's not focusing. He signed it right down there. Then we have another return from the Moose, Daryl Moose Johnston. Great fullback for the Dallas Cowboys. And then we have great Yankee pitcher Al Downing. He sent a really nice note as well, so really huge thank you to Al Downing. Alright, so now for the hack, we have, make sure you send to the Commissioner of Baseball, Mr. Rob Manfred. If you send a simple letter of request, more often than not, he'll send you a signed baseball. So it's a great way to start your collection. But don't overuse this because we want to keep it open for fellow collectors. But yeah, he's a surefire way to get your autograph collection starting. And yeah, so that is my tips and tricks video. If you liked what you see, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.